So a common problem of a lot of cars is that when you open the hood, there's no light. So I went ahead and bought this kit off of Amazon, and so this should automatically turn the light on when you open the hood, and it's just called LED hood light. It runs about 30 bucks, probably a little bit overpriced considering the components that are in it, but it's hard to get to the stores these days. So we'll take a look at the components of the kit. We have this inline fuse right here. Got some zip ties. Here's the switch. Some alcohol pads. That's about it. There's a crimp-on connector here, a bullet connector, butt splice, and a fuse. So, definitely overpriced. So the kit comes with this little alcohol pad that we're going to use to clean the area.
So the tape is stick. Okay.
We'll go ahead and stick this tape on here, just peel it back. Peel back the tape on the LED.
And just stick it on there.
So I have some additional wire loom here, and I'm going to attempt to use that to protect this fairly thin wiring right here. So I finally got the loom on. This is to help it look a little bit more professional and neater, and also protecting this wire here. The next step is to feed it through the hood. So I'm going to go this way and down this hole. I added, I think this is going to be the hardest part because I've added this little chicken wire to help feed this through.
And so what I'm going to do is wrap this around like this. Okay, so hold it. I gotta feed this wire through. There we go. And so we should be able to feed the loom through as well. Go as tight as possible.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it a little bit loose for now, then we'll go back and tighten everything up and zip tie this and have it nice and secure. So it's coming down here now, so go ahead and take the battery cover off, and we'll feed it through as well. Now, go ahead and pop these pins back in. They'll go. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the feeding part. So the next step is to start adding on the crimp connectors for
the battery terminal and the inline fuse we're going to use for the positive, just in case if there's a short, we don't have any sort of electrical fire. Okay, now we've taken care of the wiring for the positive, so what's essentially all we've done now is spliced in this fuse and added this crimp connector to the end of the fuse. That's what that's been all about. Now we're going to add this bullet connector to the negative or the ground. And so how we're going to do this is we're going to push it on to the switch here. The instructions say to use a existing hole, so I'm going to be using this hole right here. But first I want to get all the wiring done before I do that. So say that hole's going to work. Put the washer on top like that, and I'll just tighten it down. You can adjust the height of this, but I believe it says it needs to be depressed 1/8 of an inch for the switch to cut the power. So I think we're gonna be okay with that. So let's just get wrench and tighten that down. Okay, so now I've got the switch mounted in, and it freely depresses and comes back up, and I've got the bullet connector connected to the negative end of the wire, or the negative wire I should say. And so that's pretty much it for the wiring. So we're just going to clean up a couple of things here and put the fuse in here, and it should be okay. So now I've got everything all tidy, or as tidy as I can get it. I added some zip ties here, and I loomed the entire wiring here so you don't see any red or black wires, and I think that's looks pretty neat. Here's our little switch right here, and the looms here, and going over here, here's the inline fuse. So all that's left to do is connect this to the positive terminal and put our fuse in. Take this part of the positive terminal off.
This one.
Alright, nice and tight, nice and snug. There, so it comes with a 5 amp fuse. I think it's pretty low amp, and it'll prevent any sort of potential short or potential fire coming from a short. 5 amps is pretty good. I imagine these LEDs aren't drawing more than a 1/4 amp or so. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fuse back in. Push that in. And voila, we have light. So I'm going to cap that off there. Let's see. So that's what the final wiring looks like.
Daddy?
Not too bad, not too hood rat. And here's my helper back at it again. So overall review on this kit, it's really easy to work with, and but I would say that it's a little bit overpriced. These LED light strips are really cheap, $5 or $6 on eBay, and all you really need is an inline fuse and a momentary single pole, single throw switch. So I bet if you were to piece those together, you could probably get everything for about $15. So
this is going to be a test of how it looks at night.